I am glad that we did the review of first and second species together because now it's fresh in your mind as we go into third species counterpoint. Now this is a 4-to-1 relationship. So the part you're going to write probably will be in quarter notes while the bass note, contus, will be a whole note, and it will be in 4/4 time. So CTP is the abbreviation for the counterpoint, in other words, the part above the contus note that you will be writing. So in third species, the counterpoint has 4 notes for every 1 note in the contus. The meter can be 2/2 or 4/4, so that the counterpoint comprises 4 quarter notes against each whole note. Now the first and third notes, because it's in like a 2/2 or a 4/4, the first and third notes of the counterpoint are stressed, and the second and fourth notes are not. So let's think in 4/4. So the metrical pattern sounds like strong, weak, strong, weak. So there's a hierarchy of beats, and you see the capital S on beat 1 is bigger than all the other letters, right? So again, the downbeat is the strongest. Out of bars 1 and 2, you can see the strong-weak relationship, and in bars 3 and 4, you can see a smaller version of the strong-weak relationship between beats 3 and 4. This multiple strong to weak beats in third species provides a space for different kinds of dissonances. Now, in addition to having a dissonant passing tone, you are also allowed to have a dissonant neighbor tone. All right? Let's see what these look like. So we're going to examine the possible combinations of consonant and dissonant patterns that can happen on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, one easy thing to remember that third species, just like first and second species, has a consonant downbeat. The downbeat must always be consonant, so that will never change, okay? So I have tried to color code this with a blue C, meaning consonant, and a red D, meaning dissonance. Okay, so we're just going to see how these different patterns work out. Let's look at the top one. Okay, so we've got consonant, dissonant, consonant, consonant. 5, 4, 3, 5. Let's go on to the next one. Consonant, consonant, dissonant, consonant. The numbers are 5, 3, 4, 5. Now this one, last one's going to go across the bar line. Consonant, 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 dissonant, consonant. And the numbers would be 6, 5, 3, 4, 6. Very interesting. So in the first measure where it says passing tone, the B flat is a dissonant passing tone. Happened on beat 2 in that case. The second bar, we had consonant, consonant, dissonant passing tone going the opposite direction. That happened on beat 3. Let's look at the last one. Consonant, 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 dissonant. Happened on beat 4. So we see from that data that the dissonance can happen on beats 2, 3, or 4 so far, okay? Now what I would like you to do is stop the recording right here and then finish labeling the rest of the page using consonant, C for consonant or D for dissonant. And then when you're finished, continue with the recording, and the answer key to this page will be provided for you, and we will go over it together. So in other words, what I want you to do, and all you have to do is look for the dissonant numbers. If you see 2s or 4s or 7s, those are dissonant intervals, okay? And I've already gone through with blue and labeled, I shouldn't have done that, I guess, but I've already gone through and labeled where they happen. So for example, on the second line, the B flat is a neighbor tone. And the next one, it's also a neighbor tone. So neighbor tones differ from passing tones. You're on a note, either go up or down from the note and then come back to the note you were on. That's a neighbor, as opposed to passing, which is stepwise, okay? So go through and figure out right now, label it with consonant or dissonant, and then you can restart the tape again and check your answers. All right, let's go through this together. We already did the first line. Consonant, dissonant, consonant, consonant. 5 to 3 are consonant, 4 is dissonant. Consonant, C, C, D, C. That's not a C minus. I don't know what that little dash is right there. Okay, next line. This one is where you started to do it. So you had C, C, D, C with the neighbor tone. The next measure, C, D, C, C. All right. Third line where it says passing tones. C, D, C, D, C, D, C, C. This one was interesting because we had a passing tone, another passing tone, and a neighbor. Now see the double passing? This is a possibility where you can have two dissonant notes in a bar. And I want to point out that the only possible way you can do that is to have stepwise motion. This particular one goes down by step. It could also go up by step. But the intervals will always be 6, D5, 4, and 3. It could be in reverse. 3, 4, D5, and 6. But that is a possible way you can have two dissonant intervals in a measure. In fact, that is the only way. Okay, next line. This is the fourth line down. We had C, 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 D, C, D, C, C. Okay, so this dissonant right here is a neighbor, and this one is a passing. So be sure you know the difference in neighbor and passing, okay? And the last line, C, D, C, 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 D, D, A. And you're like, wait a minute, you just told us up on the third line with the double passing tone that the only way to have the double passing tone with two dissonant intervals was in a descending or an ascending stepwise pattern. Yes, I did say that. There is an exception. You knew that was coming.